China is destroying capitalism. Not with missiles, not with tariffs, not with espionage, with free stuff. And nobody seems to realize it. And nobody seems to realize. 2 weeks ago, a tool called Cdance 2.0 appeared, made by ByteDance, the company behind TikTok. Someone typed a 2-line prompt and generated a Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise fistfight. It looked real. It sounded real. 3.2 million people watched it. Then came James Bond, Star Wars, Avatar, The Simpsons, a shot from the movie F1 that cost millions to film, recreated for under $1. The Deadpool screenwriter watched it and said 5 words. It's likely over for us. Disney sent a cease and desist letter. SAG. After called it blatant infringement. Hollywood panicked. But Hollywood is missing the point. This isn't about movies. Rewind 6 months. Warner Brothers bought Suno, the AI music tool, paid a fortune. The plan: own the tool, charge for access, sue anyone who copies. 3 days later, China released ACE step. Free. Open source. Runs on your laptop, sounds just as good, and uncensored. No restrictions. Make whatever you want. Warner Brothers bought a locked door. China gave everyone the key. Now the same thing is happening to video. Alibaba open-sourced WAN. 14 billion parameters. Free. Downloadable. Runs on a gaming GPU. Tencent open source Tunyuan. Same deal. Minimax. Same. Language models, image generators, code assistants, music tools, video tools. One by one, every technology America tried to monetize, China is replicating and releasing for free. Think about what that means. America builds something valuable and charges for it. That's capitalism. That's the whole system. You create, you own, you sell. Intellectual property, licensing, subscriptions, paywalls. China builds the same thing and gives it away. How do you compete with free? You can't lower your price below 0. You can't offer more freedom than no limits. You can't sue 1 million anonymous users running open source code in their basements. Disney can threaten ByteDance. Disney can't threaten a 14-year-old in his bedroom running open source weights on a graphics card he bought for gaming. And it's working. Chinese AI models now hold 5 of the top 10 spots in video generation, 6 of the top 9 in image to video. They're releasing faster than anyone can evaluate them. America has better lawyers. China has better data. 1 billion users on ByteDance alone. 409 million daily on Show, all feeding data back into the models. Every day. For free. America responds with lawsuits. Cease and desist letters. Congressional hearings. China responds with another open source release. Guess which strategy wins? Hollywood had 3 walls. Wall 1, production quality. You needed cameras, sets, crews, $100 million budgets. Wall 2, funding. You needed studios, investors, distribution deals. Wall 3, distribution. You needed theaters, networks, streaming platforms. Cdance proved Wall 1 is gone. A text prompt makes a movie scene now. Open source demolished Wall 2. You don't need funding when the tools are free. And YouTube demolished Wall 3 a decade ago. Hollywood is just the first domino. Software is next. The software index just had its worst crash since 2022 because AI started building apps. Music is already falling. Free tools outperform paid ones. And behind every single one of these collapses, the same source, the same country, the same strategy. Give it away. An Indian filmmaker called Cdance the asteroid that will brutally murder the film industry's arrogance. Then he called it liberation, the ultimate democratization of cinema. A kid in a small town, no connections, no money, no film school, can now make something that looks like a Hollywood production on a laptop. That sounds like freedom, but who gave him that freedom? Not Silicon Valley. They were busy putting it behind a paywall. China did. This is the part no one wants to say out loud. The country that runs on state control is giving the world free tools. The country that runs on free markets is locking everything down. And the free tools are winning, not because they're better, because they're free. Capitalism's entire logic depends on scarcity. You make something valuable. You control the supply. You charge for access. What happens when the most powerful creative tools in human history cost nothing? When anyone, anywhere, can produce what only billion-dollar companies could produce last year, when the supply becomes infinite, the price goes to zero. The business model collapses. The companies that build empires on ownership find out that ownership doesn't matter when everyone has a copy. China didn't fire a single shot. They didn't need to. They just made everything free. And free is a weapon no one knows how to fight. Is this liberation? Or is this the most elegant conquest in history? Maybe both. Maybe that's the point. Share this if it made you think. Subscribe if you want to keep watching. I'll be here, watching the singularity, until there's nothing left to watch.